Hello, hello, hello. Let's check in with the Gangster, chapters 20 to 31. Um, so, how did we leave things? We left things. There was the wedding. There was um, many assassination attempts. Um, I think. Oh God. You see, at the wedding, yes, at the wedding, Ma Tweedy was like really concerned that Greedock the Splithead, the owner of the Krakens, I remember his name now, had tried to kill Quentin. And Quentin kind of was like, no, I'll take care of it, I'll take care of it. Didn't say, no, it's not him, don't go after him, I don't think it's him. At which point, Ma Tweedy led a bunch of the players to 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 the Splithead, to Greedock's place, barged their way in. She stood on his platform and told him, "You do anything to him, we'll all strike, and you will completely be fucked." Which Greedock did not take kindly to. And yes, yes, um, really, really not take kindly to. And it's like, probably, I was like joking with Ja. It's like, oh, I don't know who to feel, more worried about. But it's like, yeah, Greedock is the kind of guy who will take someone, torture them for years, amputate all their limbs and their tongue, kill all their family, and then release them to let them live out the rest of their life knowing that they got everybody that they know, everyone they loved, killed because of him. So, yeah, maybe they should feel much more worried about uh, Greedock the Splithead. Now, Greedock is a Quith, which I guess is a Quith? And there's Queens, which are basically males who are given what sounds like basically a kind of a royal jelly and transform into queens, which they are not allowed, no one is allowed to see. And, like, if basically any outsider saw, they'd have to be killed immediately. And indeed, a couple of people who are friends of Quentin Barnes say, like, yeah, I would have to kill you if you did that, if that happened, you know. Now, why this comes up is because is that the woman who saved Quentin in the hospital, killed all those other guys very efficiently herself, comes, says she's just an ant, and gives him the royal jelly and says, in a syringe, it's like, you give it to Greedock, he loses all his possessions because he won't be able to have any own anything anymore, and another Quith leader will have to take over. Now, who that might be, who knows? Now, the thing is with this is it's really, really fucking taboo. I mean, even Virak, the guy who he now considers him as Shamakath, he's like totally loyal to him. Is like, this is like really fucked up. And like, if you did actually see him transformed, I would have to kill you. Now, Greedock sends Masal the Efficient to deliver him a message. At which point Quentin probably makes the mistake of actually sharing this information that he's got this and he's going to take Greedock out with it. And that really pisses off Masal the Efficient. And, it's like, and giving you one chance to give it to me, or else, you know, there'll be consequences. And Quentin knows, it's like, really the thing that he should do is kill him right then and there, but he can't do that. The guy did too much for him. Um, and what ends up happening is they're about to head off. He's getting super trained by this MMA guy. I think of him as MMA guy. He's a fighter guy. And they're cleared to go, and they start going. At which point, Creterakian cruise ships, corvette, like heavy military, come swooping after him. And Quentin goes into this kind of that super kind of hyper um, strategic mode. You can see the lines of force. All this stuff. It's like something's infiltrated his brain. His brain is working on a weird higher level, which is like, is this Petra Prowett? Who's given him this? Because he's got this other ability here, which doesn't seem quite human. I don't know if it is. I mean, maybe he's just a genius that way, or but it seems to have come. It's come recently, um, you know, and so he sees the force lines. He can see how he can get an escape. But Mike Timberland, who's the actual co-pilot, it's like, look, it's like, you have to stop. You're gonna fucking kill Becca and all the other people who are not secured in their seats. You'll be slamming them against bulkheads and shit like that. You have to stop. And he does. There's another warship comes in. They're boxed in. He still sees a way out, but he would quite potentially kill all the passengers by doing this. Um, Powers down and gets arrested by the Crediocrates, taken into the thing, and has been getting fucking tortured and tortured and tortured. And you have to respect Sigler. He's like, yeah, if someone tortures you, it doesn't matter if you're the superhero of the story, you will break. And he does break. And he just tells them everything they want to say, says yes to everything they want to say, just will tell them everything. The only thing he won't break on so far is Becca. Just like, leave Becca out of this and you will take all the punishment for that. That's the only thing. Everything else, all the other friends, all the church, Probst, everything, Masala deficient, everything, which they don't ask any follow-up questions. So you wonder, it's like Greedock, Masala deficient. They seem to be the ones, because it says Greedock testified that they arrest him because they found out about the church being so gigantic and the schism being bullshit. The triple schism being bullshit, that they'd put forward. Um, and he's in this deep dark dungeon. Becca is going on all the media she can and yelling about this. She is now considered enemy number one of the Creterakians. They can't find her. We have a scene of her in calling into that the show, the greatest damn sports show, where one of the hosts is obviously, maybe correctly, completely craven, and it's like, you know, it's like, this is a complete surprise. We didn't have anything. We should, you shouldn't say he was horrible. He was like, abducted. It's like, maybe he did something wrong. It's like, you will shut up, Tom, or else I will come over to the other side of the table and have a conversation with you. I'm going for the bathroom break right now. And so she, she's like, don't do violence. Don't give them an excuse to crack down on you. But, we also we also don't want it to be so much pressure that they decide to kill him because they just panic him. So she's putting the public political pressure on them, and indeed the uh, the big president of the Quith Concordia that he met is actually kind of calling for answers to this as well. Whether he's just cynically, as a politician, kind of aligning with the most powerful popular guy in his sector or not, but he's being politically positive to Quentin at the moment. Um, and Quentin's still in that deep dark hole, and a doctor comes in, and it's like, give him a blanket, give him a fucking blanket. He's getting frostbite. It's like, he's just gonna die anyways. Who cares? It's like, give him a blanket, or else this is all gonna get back on you, because if he gets released, he's famous and he's got nerve damage. They'll want answers and they'll come for you. It's like, fuck, and he's like, I lost a whole ton because I bet it all on the Jupiter Jacks. The fucker can just die for all I care. But he gets him a blanket. Goes to get him a blanket. This sadist who's been torturing Quentin all these 17 days, Jesus, of like, which sounds like years. And the doctor says quietly to him, it's like, hold on, there is help on the way. So what that's worth, he says help is on the way. And, It's Quentin Barnes, so I'm assuming he's not going to die horribly at this point in the novel. But yeah, wow. This is the kind of thing where you're saying, this is how you radicalize someone. This is how you politicize someone. This is how you actually turn someone into a political activist, is by arresting them, torturing them enough that, and breaking them enough that they kind of go, okay, I have to turn around and I have to go after these people. I just wanted to be a football player. That's all over now. I'm going to be a political activist. At least that's my thought on the matter of what something like this might do, how this might form somebody, um, you know, which is the mistake of a lot of empires who try suppression and brutality, uh, which unfortunately also does work, but also can breed a very hardened, very dedicated force of people to go against them as well. So yeah, very dark turn in the GFL novels. Really heavy stuff. I mean, I guess it was already always there. You think about the Kretorakians at the beginning of the Rookie and their entropic rifles and their torture techniques. It's like, yeah, this was all here at the beginning. It's just like you kind of forget it because Quentin's been up in the elite, untouchable realm, lounging on spaceships with all his, living the pampered life of a sports star. And now it's like, oh, here's the other side again to remind us. All right, we'll leave it there. More videos later.